Hi, communication theorists. Dr. Sloan here. I just finished grading all of the assignments that were submitted for Module 1. So I have tried to provide you helpful feedback on everything that you've submitted so far. And I've worked really hard to try to accomplish all of my grading today so that you have plenty of days to review feedback so that you know where you went right and where you can improve on your week 2 submissions. However, there were a couple of things I just want to overview because I did spot some of the same mistakes in your work in your week 1 submissions. And the biggest thing, if I could encourage you to make time for, is to actually read your assignment explanations and your rubrics. Some of you lost points on the silliest things, like, for example, students that created an audio-visual explanation over a chapter that was not assigned, or students that chose to annotate a theory or a concept that had no part of our week 1 assigned reading. So those are major points that were lost for not reading through what the assignment explanation and the assignment expectations are. So I'm going to just walk us through Module 2 to just kind of help us get a lay of the land, and then I'm going to talk through where the assignment explanations are for the Module 2 assignments. So you see here our Module 2 homepage, and I think this section right here is often the most useful thing, and if you'll just take the 2 minutes to read it, it might help kind of direct your time management for the week. This week in Module 2, you'll be reading 3 theories and no overview, just 3 actual theories, and they're all interpersonal theories, so that's kind of the theme of Module 2. So you have 3 theories that you must read, and there are 3 different assignments. Sorry, it's so hard for me to center my hands when I'm doing the videos. And you can't double dip. So you have to do a theory explanation. So let's say, for example, you wanted to theory explain chapter 4. So those 2 things would connect. And then you need to, when I say theory explain, I mean doing your typed written journal. That could be chapter 4. And then maybe you want to do your audio visual explanation over chapter 5, so then those things would connect. And then maybe there's a concept in expectancy violation theory, which there are some very specific concepts, and that theory has lots of research. So maybe you find a journal article about expectancy violations theory, and so each of those 3 chapters align with a different assignment. So there's no double dipping. You can't read symbolic interactionism and then do a bunch of different assignments on one theory. The point is that you're showing mastery, that you're showing familiarity and understanding with all the different theories that are assigned this week, and there's a variety of ways for you to show mastery. So you can kind of pick and choose how you want to show comprehension and familiarity with the assigned readings. This week, on top of those 3 normal submissions, you also have the first step of the COMM3000 assignment. So let me kind of walk you through. As you scroll down, these are your major assignments that are due this week. The first is your theory post, which I've kind of already pulled up. You have 3 chapters. You pick which one of those chapters you're going to write a theory post on. And it's very helpful for you to click on the rubric, which has a full assignment explanation and summarizes the requirements. And if your first sentence does not overview the theory, and your second sentence does not state who the theorist is and when the theory was created, you're going to lose points. And so I really encourage you to take a few minutes and read over what the expectations are so that you earn the most points possible. Even things like finding an outside source, if Griffin 2006 does not specifically tell you when the theory was created. So things like that are explained here in the assignment explanation. Your second assignment that will be due that must be conquered for Module 2 is another AV explanation. I hope that the feedback I shared with you is helpful in knowing what your strengths and weaknesses were. The expectations of your audiovisual explanation are shared here. A lot of you did use screencasts, which I think is great because screencasts often help with the flow of the presentation. I really encourage you, if you did a screencast in week 1, to go ahead and throw your face up in the corner for week 2 so that you are embracing that you're a communication major, that you can speak and present and be seen for your oral skills as well. So I'm not hiding behind only audio. You get to see my face and my hands and my nonverbals. So I really encourage you to do the same. So just read through the feedback and read through the assignment explanations, and that should guide you. The other assignment that you're already familiar with is the article annotation, and the rubric for that is included here again. You're basically answering these 5 questions when you fill out the template that I've provided. It's helpful for you to know how you're getting graded. So how are you earning and losing points? This is all explained in the assignment explanation and rubric. So again, look that over. The last assignment that you will be responsible for in Module 2 is actually the first step or the first stage of our COMM3000 kind of long-term, and I use that word loosely, long-term, since we only meet for 5 weeks. But it is the culminating project in COMM3000. And there's a rubric that's explaining what phase 1 is, where you're selecting your theory and your topic. And there's a rubric posted with that as well. Another thing that I've done to try to clarify this choosing a topic and a theory, I posted an announcement just a few minutes ago to our course. And the things in yellow are kind of orange color, are telling you what you must accomplish, and then everything else that I've shared is just kind of helping you look ahead at what theory you might want to select. And once you think about a theory, you're going to think about a relationship or a context that it would apply to, and there's an example for you here of what I'm really looking for when I say submit a theory and a topic. So look that over, look over all the assignment explanations and rubrics, and if you have questions, as always, just shoot me an email and I will try to respond clearly and quickly. I enjoyed all of your work for week 1, and I know that you'll get stronger and clearer as we continue to work our way through this course. So I look forward to it. Talk to you soon.